and in today's video I'm going to be doing a book review over S.J. Jones' new book, Wintersong. This book, for those of you who don't know what it's about a girl named Liesl, or Elizabeth, whose sister Kathy is kidnapped by the Goblin King, and like any good sister would do, she has to try and get her sister back from the Goblin King. Alright, so this book is set at the turn of the 19th century, so kind of like the olden days. So you see that in there, you see people behave that way, and there's sort of like a sexist nature towards women, as in like they're women and they can't do what men can do kind of thing. So that was a little bit annoying, you know, but it is what it is. Like, she did a good job portraying that the way it would have been portrayed in the early 19th century. It's not like a huge thing, but it does play sort of a big role in the book. One thing about the book that I think is the book felt very somber, very gloomy. And I mean, somebody else might read it and they might say, no, it's not gloomy at all, but I personally thought it was. So it doesn't make it a bad book. Like, I did enjoy it for the most part. Liesl's big passion in this book is music. So if you're a person that doesn't like to read a book about music, then I probably wouldn't recommend this book, because there's a lot of that in there. There's like, the author talks about composers and people composing music and just like the feelings that music evokes. So that's a big part of this book, like really big, guys. Liesl herself is a big thinker. She thinks a lot, and that sort of got on my nerves, because I was like, okay, stop thinking and actually do. And then she would actually do, and I was like, okay, whoa, you went for that. So that's how Liesl is, which I like her. She's not very confident, but she still kind of goes for stuff anyways as you get deeper into the book. I think that's interesting, because most of the time characters that aren't confident in themselves don't do that in books. They kind of just like grow up into a little ball and not go for it, and I find that annoying. So props to Liesl and S.J. Jones for not being that way. Alright, the Goblin King. The Goblin King is very mysterious, and you see a lot of different sides of him throughout the book. He can be oh so sweet, and then he can be oh so not sweet. So yeah, he's all over the place. It's very back and forth with him, and you know, I feel like it's very back and forth with Liesl too. I don't think it's just him. One of the things though, I don't think the mysterious factor actually changes from beginning to end. I think at the end of the book he's still just kind of as mysterious as he is in the beginning of the book, just because the author, Jones, she does gives you like bits and pieces of him throughout the book, and some pieces are bigger than others. But like, you get to the end of the book and you know him, like you kind of know things about him, but it's still like, I wouldn't say that you could like clearly say, oh yes, I know who the Goblin King is. Like, no, I don't think so. I think there are still a lot of questions about him that weren't answered in this book, in my opinion. So yeah. Side characters, I don't think there are very many side characters in this book. I mean, you have Liesl's family, so you have her parents, and then you have her grandma, and then you have her two siblings, but you don't really see most of them. The people that it really does focus on are her two siblings. So you have Kathy and then Joseph. So, and I really like Joseph, so I mean, not important, but yeah. Also, you see like a couple goblins, but like not really. It's mostly just Liesl and the Goblin King. This book is really like about love and sacrifice, like self-sacrifice, and like just sacrifice for people that you love and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of thought going on with Liesl. She doesn't know what to do, so I think that kind of adds to the somberness feeling that I was talking about. Alright, so just FYI, this is not a standalone book. If you didn't know that, there is sort of a cliffhanger in this book, so if you don't like cliffhangers, you know, there's that. I don't think it's like a huge cliffhanger to where you would die without the next book, but I don't know, like, some people have been like really distraught over the cliffhanger that I've seen on social media. I wasn't one of them, but there is that. So, just so you know. This book is classified as YA, but I just want to say there are a couple parts in here where I was like, wow, this is YA. It doesn't seem like it's YA. I feel like I've been reading YA books, and I read new adult books too. If you don't know what new adult books are, it's like where characters are college aged. But anyway, I feel like young adult is and new adults, the line is like blurring sometimes. Like, I feel like there are some things in young adult books where I'm like, wow, that probably should not have been in young adults. So anyways, I think there's a couple parts in here where that happens, where I thought that, and I was like, okay, but it's not like too terribly bad. I think a 15-year-old, 16-year-old could handle it. I don't know about lower, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't know if everyone would agree with me. So I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I think S.J. Jones did a really good job weaving the story together with the characters and the plot and just the setting and everything. There were some parts in this book that I absolutely loved and I like fangirled so hard over, and then there were some parts that I didn't love as much. And I was just like, okay, you know, so I was very torn with what to give this book because I feel like it had some 5-star scenes in there, and then it had some that I was like, 3.75, but I wouldn't go higher than that. So I feel like 4 stars is a good middle ground for that, I think. Anyways, like most books, I think people's opinions are gonna vary because I can see why some people would love it, and then I can see why some people would hate it. It just really depends on the person. Alright, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.